Hello, my name is Crystal Charlotte Lynch. Welcome to the first episode of 30 Plus Unwritten and Still Searching. I started this podcast because I feel that sometimes in life, people expect you to have it all figured out when you're in your 30s. And for some of us, that's just not the case. For some of us, it's a little harder, it's a little more difficult to figure out still who we are, where we want to be, where we're going. So, if you're in your 30s and still searching, this is the space for you. So, right now, I'm currently 35 years old. And in this new year, I will be 36 in April. And for me, I don't think I envisioned myself being where I am at the moment. As you're getting older, you have all these visions, these thoughts about what your life is going to be, who you want to be, who you are. And I never expected to be where I'm at in my current life. Um, there are some things that I wish I could go back and redo. There are some things that I wish I knew. You know, you're still learning, you're still growing, and it's not easy to admit that you have no idea what's going on. And I still have no idea, even at the age of 35. I have no idea what's going on. Um, Last year, I lost my mother not too long after the birth of my son. And that loss was a really big blow to me. It really hurt losing her, especially because she was my rock, she was my foundation. She was the reason that I sometimes got up in the morning because she needed me. She needed me to help take care of her, help take care of my niece and nephews, and she needed me to help her take care of the house. And losing her also meant that I was losing the identity of helping her, of, that was almost my purpose, was to be of service to my family, take care of my mother. And when I lost her, I lost that. I lost that image, that purpose. And it was hard losing that because now I don't know which way to go. Now I'm just a mom in my own right. Now I have a baby to raise and I have to keep a roof over our heads and I have bills to pay, and I just wasn't ready for life to hit me so hard and so fast. And so that has left me trying to overcome even more depression and dealing with even more grief, and trying to keep my mental health in check, trying to make sure that I'm not going to spiral, that I'm not going to lose it. Because I still have people counting on me. I have my new little baby boy. I have my fiance. I have my dogs. I have family that needs me to remain strong and needs me to be accountable and responsible. And so I can't wallow in my grief. I can't wallow in depression, which I have a habit of doing. 25-year-old me did not think that this was the way my life was going to turn out. I did not expect to have still been living with my mother. I did not expect to be a co homeowner with my mother. I did not expect to lose my mother. I did not expect my reality to be what it is. I honestly was a bit of a dreamer. I didn't know what responsibility was going to be. And I don't think anybody in their 20s ever really does know what responsibility is going to look like. You get little glimpses of responsibility when you're in your 20s, but you still have, or at least some of us should still have adults around us to guide us and make sure we're not screwing it up. And 25-year-old Crystal version of 35-year-old Crystal did not look like what it looks like. The reality that I'm living just wasn't the reality that we expected, that I expected to be living. I thought my mom would always be around, and I know that death is a part of life, but I expected her to be around longer than her 55 years. I expected to have a career. I'll be honest, currently I'm unemployed, and any adult that knows bills and life coming at you, that's overwhelming. You know, it's just not something that I expected to happen. I did not expect to be unemployed with a child and really feeling like I have nothing to show for all the 35 years that I've been here. Zero prospects. Now, my circumstances can change. Obviously, you know, it's probably best that I don't have a job right now because of my new baby and I can maybe work remotely from home or what have you. But I definitely did not expect to bring life into this world and have zero prospects, zero idea of what life was to become. that plays into the fears. Fear of the unknown, fear that you're not where you should be. I know that for me was a big thing that I have to worry about, that I have to deal with even now, is acknowledging that I'm not where I thought I would be, and acknowledging how scary that thought is. You know, because of societal expectations, by the time you reach your 30s, you should have a career. You should have an income coming in. You should have some idea of who or what you are, what you're going to be. And I'm going to be honest, that's not me right now. I still struggle with finding out who I am. I still struggle with finding out where I'm going to be, where I'm supposed to be in life. I guess I want my vision of the future to be stress free, drama free, no worries, no fear. I want to be stable. I want to have the means to pay my bills and not have to worry about if I'm going to be able to keep the lights on, if I'm going to be able to do this, if I'm going to be able to do that. I want to be able to take care of everything that I need to take care of and know that everything is going to be okay. Know that I don't have to worry. Know that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be in life at this moment. And accepting my flaws and my faults, I'm not perfect, far from it. And it is my imperfections that shape me and make me who I am. And I need to embrace that. I need to have confidence within myself. And that's something that I struggle with, is lack of self assurance, lack of self awareness, lack of confidence. Even as a grown woman, even as a mother, I struggle with just trying to maintain my peace, maintain my calm. I struggle with my fears of the unknown and the possibilities. And I want to embrace the unknown. I want to embrace the future without being stuck in the past, without letting life trip me up. Because life can have you wallowing in depression and being stuck, going through the motions where you're not really feeling anything. You're just there. And I don't want to just be here. I want to live my life to the fullest because I know life is too short. I've dealt with so much loss most recently losing my mother, but life is too short and it's not a game. You have hard decisions to make, and you and only you can stand by those decisions. You have to decide whether you're going to let fear rule your life, or are you going to embrace life despite the fear. You have to decide whether you're going to wallow in your worries, if you're going to let fear keep you down and drown you. Because all you have to do is look deep inside yourself, say what you want to change, and then actively seek out that change. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard work because change is hard. But if you believe what you're doing is for the betterment of you in the future, then embrace the changes, embrace the fear, do it despite the fear, embrace life because it could be taken from you tomorrow just as quickly. So don't let life drown you. Don't let life keep you down. As hard as it may be, you got to swim against the current. And life is going to smack you down sometimes. But it's okay. It's okay to stumble and fall. You just have to be willing to take the L and get back up, dust yourself off, and try again. Because really, life is all about trial and error. You got to keep trying in order to get the results that you want to get. And I know that that's fearful. If you're going to keep failing, what's the point in trying? If fear is going to block your blessings, what's the point in trying? You have to overcome that fear. You have to overcome the what ifs and just don't doubt yourself. Self doubt is the worst thing you can do, right up there with fear and worry. Because if you're doubting yourself, how's the rest of the world going to believe in you? You have to have the confidence to believe in yourself, otherwise, nobody else will. And that's hard. It's hard to have confidence when you're within yourself, when no one else will have the confidence in you. When people are constantly doubting you, putting you down, belittling you, telling you your dreams are unrealistic. Those are societal expectations telling you you got to stick to the norm in order to make it. I don't believe that. I believe each one of us has a purpose, and I believe each one of us can start over and make the life that we want to live. Will it be easy? No, it's never going to be easy. Life is always going to put some kind of obstacle in your way that's going to challenge you. The key is to have faith in yourself as you try to overcome the obstacles that life puts before you. I have hopes for the future. I have hopes and dreams and ambitions and goals that I want to execute, that I want to see happen. I want to motivate people, to inspire people. I want to be a great writer and storyteller. I want to create works of art that are going to make people feel something. And my fear in pursuing these things is the criticism, the feedback, people telling me that I don't have what it takes, I'm not good enough. I want to travel the world, see new places, try new things, and I want to embrace the uncertainty of life. I want to chase after everything. I want to try everything. I want to help people find their inner peace. I want to help people overcome depression and grief because I know what it's like to drown in depression and grief. And you don't have to stay there. You don't have to drown in depression. You don't have to wallow in grief. Life doesn't have to be all doom and gloom. You can laugh, you can smile. And that's what I want for myself and for others. I just want life to be full of joy, full of laughter. I have expectations of myself. You know, I want to see positive change within myself. I don't want to just talk about it. I want to lead by example. I want to go back to school. I want to make the younger generation within my family proud and show them that they can do anything if they just put their minds to it and try hard, work hard. I want to be able to pay all my bills and not have to worry about, oh, I missed one or I have to let this one go. I want to be able to have the means to take care of my family. These are the expectations that I have for myself. And so I need to embrace life more without the fear, without the worry. I need to lead by example and help people overcome any grief, depression, sorrow, doubt, fear I know what it's like to shut yourself off from the world, and I don't want that for others. I want others to embrace life despite the fear. I want others to see themselves, not the way society says you should be, not the way other people expect you to be. It's your life. So, what do you want from your life? What do you expect from your life? And I want you to chase after it. I want you to embrace everything. Embrace the fear, embrace the sorrow, embrace the joy, the happiness, all the good and negative emotions. Embrace it. And then let go of the fear. Let go of the depression. Let go of the negative emotions and keep embracing the positive. Keep striving to be a better version of yourself. That's all any of us can hope to do. Thank you for tuning in to 30 Plus Unwritten and Still Searching. Once again, I'm Crystal Charlotte Lynch, signing off.